Welcome back to the Cord Cutters News Tech Lab. Today we got a Q&A. I'm taking your questions that you've left on our weekly post in our community tab here on YouTube and answering some of them here. Now every week I try to do a video like this. There may be some weekends where I don't, just putting that little disclaimer out. But if you want to ask a question, just go to our YouTube page, either youtube.com/cordcuttersnews or click on our name here on YouTube. Click on the community tab and look for the post asking for questions for that week. Just leave a comment there. So with that said, before we dive into it, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate your support. It's a huge help because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. We post videos almost every day. All right, let's dive into it. When will the ownership of Hulu be decided by the third party used to determine its value? So Disney now has full control over Hulu, but they haven't paid Comcast yet for their final share. Disney's been slowly picking up full ownership of Hulu, which originally was split between Disney, Fox, Comcast, and CBS. Slowly, those shares have been picked up and ended up in Disney's pockets. Now, at issue here is what the final price is. A few years ago, Disney and Comcast agreed to that Comcast would sell Disney their remaining shares and that Disney would immediately get control of the board. But they came to a valuation, but decided in the future they would reevaluate that before the deal is done. Well, of course, they're now having a tough time agreeing on a price. You should always do these things up front. Let this be a lesson to businesses out there. So they hired outside representatives, and of course the company that Disney hired came up with a price closer to Disney, and the company that Comcast hired came up with a price closer to Comcast. So they're too far apart to really agree. There was a clause in the contract that said if that would happen, a third-party company would be hired and reach a deal. As best we can tell, that deal is still in the process. Have hired an outside third party to work on a deal. It's been almost a year now they've been working on this. That third party will basically come up with a price, and that third party will kind of be the final arbitrary. I think the only thing left if this doesn't come to an agreement that both sides can agree to is a court case here. I don't think it's going to go to court. I do expect by the end of this year they'll probably come out with a price and this deal will be done. Now that said, Disney actually has had full control of Hulu for a while now. They've had all the board seats, all the stuff. They've been just cutting a check to Comcast per whatever the deal is with that. So Disney buying 100% of Hulu is basically a done deal. It's just a question of how much is it going to cost Disney. We don't know. We'll keep a close eye on this, but I suspect by the end of this year we'll have some type of deal in place with it. All right, do I think ESPN Plus, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus will do a bundle deal? Bundles are becoming very popular because it's a way to try to get more subscribers. Often people would say, I want two of those three services. Well, I'll subscribe and maybe I'll try out NFL Plus or Paramount Plus or whatever the other one is you didn't want. It's a way to quickly gain new subscribers, and it's said to be successful in keeping people paying with it. With that, for example, if you're just subscribed to Paramount Plus, you binge watch all the new Star Trek stuff, you may have in the past canceled, but if it's a bundle with Disney Plus and other services, maybe you'll keep subscribing because you're using the Disney Plus side of that bundle. Disney was very successful with this with the Disney bundle of Disney Plus, Hulu Plus, and ESPN Plus. Enough pluses, Disney, just putting that out there. We don't need a plus on everything or a max on everything or whatever it is. But I suspect we'll see a lot more of these. We've already heard that Paramount's talking to several people from Max to Peacock to do this. We haven't really heard anything about them talking to Disney about this, but it doesn't mean it couldn't happen. There's just no information suggesting that will happen. I do suspect that we'll see a lot more bundles coming soon. Peacock, just this week from Comcast, was announced that they're looking for streaming partners, probably to do bundles with this. That could be anything from a joint new streaming service where everything's put in one spot to, by the way, that sounds like a lot like Hulu back in the early days of it, to just these bundle deals where we see you subscribe to Peacock and Paramount Plus and you get a discount versus subscribing to both of them independently. We'll keep a close eye on it, but for now, no word about a partnership between the NFL, Disney, and Paramount Plus. Probably do well though, to be honest with you. All right, next story up. When will classic Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune channels coming back to Pluto TV. Yeah, so much like the on-demand content, Pluto TV and other free ad-supported streaming services rotate their channels. Sony has the rights to these channels, and whatever the contract was came to an end. It was not renewed. No idea if that was more on the Sony or Pluto TV's parent company, Paramount, said, maybe not. It's not worth the price they're asking in exchange for the number of people actually watching it. For now, no word. Sorry, I hope it comes back. I do think I saw it on a different service. And I was trying to look. I didn't have a lot of time before I recorded this. I'm recording this a few days early because of Halloween and other things. So help me out. All of you amazing people out there know so much. Which streaming services? Is there one out there right now that has the Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune channels still on them? Leave me a comment. What's the name of that service? That illegal, please, free ad-supported service. Let me know. Here's a question. Ben says, you mentioned you have 4 options for home internet. Which one do you use? And is fiber option the fastest? So is fiber option the fastest? Let's start there. Could be. Depends on where you live. Where I live, my fiber speed and my cable internet speeds both offer the same multiple gig. I think they both go up to 2 gigs of service. I pay for 1 gig. I'm actually paying for 1 gig because I want the up speed with it. I don't care so much about the down. I need the up with that. Now with that though, which one do I pay for? I pay for the cable. Originally when I moved here and signed up, the cable option gave me the fastest up speed. When I'm doing all these videos, that's something I really consider with that. And since I moved here, a whole nother fiber company came down the street, giving me another option. So that varies. I do have a T-Mobile 5G home internet review unit. Unfortunately, I'm in an area where Verizon's 5G home internet's not available, so I haven't been able to test that yet. I hope to someday soon. With that all said though, I do believe it varies wildly depending on where you live. Like I said, where I live, both the cable internet and the fiber offer similar speeds. If it wasn't for me uploading content, that T-Mobile 5G home internet, half the price, gave me over 300 down recently on average, with over 30 up. For streaming Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, checking the email, surfing the web, that kind of stuff, that's plenty fast. And I was very pleased with the quality of that internet. Your usage and your demands may vary wildly, but honestly, don't discount that. Speed is not everything. Streaming does not need a gig. Let me get this straight. 20 to 30 down is all you need for one 4K stream. So if you have 300 down, you're able to do 6, 7, 8 4K streams at once in your home, surf the web, do all kinds of stuff. Do you really need that speed with that? Now, if you're like me and your work requires large file uploads, then maybe yes, you do need that. Or maybe you're a heavy gamer and you really want that speed. I'll be honest, on 300 down, gaming didn't seem all that difference. But how about the latency with that more than speed sometimes, depending on what you're doing? But if you're a hardcore gamer and speed is everything, yeah, spend it. If you're like me and work a lot and do large files, yeah, do it. It may be worth it for you. But I think often we think we have to have the fastest speed. My recommendation, start low, get the cheaper option that fits whatever you think the bare minimum you need. If you decide you want more, internet providers are always willing to move you up and take more money. It's when you say, I'm paying for a gig and I realize I don't need that, I want to downgrade, that's when it becomes a lot harder. So that's my recommendation. Start low, work your way up. All right, will there be any more classic Nickelodeon shows coming to Paramount Plus? Probably, but nothing's been announced. What we know is there, unfortunately. Now, I have noticed Paramount's been making their content more widely available on other services. So the question is, will more classic Nickelodeon content be made available anywhere? We've seen Pluto TV channel branded as Pluto TV channels. Oop. I was recording some videos. Hello, ad from Amazon. There we go. I was recording some videos earlier, so I let the timer run out. I've been noticing Paramount Plus content, and that was exclusive there, go to other places. I've also noticed Pluto TV doing that too. So Nickelodeon stuff could end up almost anywhere. Keep an eye over at corecarsnews.com. We'll post videos or stories and videos here once we learn of new deals, but this moment, no new deals. All right. Will NBC Sports Philadelphia be leaving YouTube TV and get moved to Peacock? No. that kind of content is coming to Peacock, but it doesn't mean it's leaving YouTube TV. I often see people post, oh, YouTube TV has no RSNs. Not completely true. YouTube TV does still have a few regional sports networks, and I mean a few, like NBC Sports Philadelphia. Now, most of those, though, are no longer on YouTube TV. I think most streaming services have said the cost of those are just not worth the amount that are being asked versus the number of people watching it. So keep that in mind. NBC Sports RSNs are available on a wide range of service. Just because they're being added to another does not mean they're necessarily going to leave the original. Could that happen? Sure. Has that been announced? No, it has not. Well, that's it for today. I hope you had a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what we do here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. Did you know we send out a daily cord-cutting email full of all the biggest stories out there? Check out in the show notes. There's a link to go sign up. It's a free newsletter we send out every day, Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Sunday. It's 7 days a week with that. Check it out. Link in the show notes if you want to sign up for that. Until next time, take care. Be safe. We'll be back again real soon.